Hello everyone, welcome back to Hawk Time. I'm Jonathan Moss.
And I'm Brandon Stimson. We have a very interesting show for you today.
This week we'll be looking at abandoned antiquities. Chad Charette gathered our team to look at some interesting places here on the UHart campus.
But before we get into that, did you know Chad went around campus asking students their thoughts about the war on Ukraine?
That's great. Let's see what they have to say.
In early 2022, it's not exactly a hot take to say that we're all pretty worried about the war in Ukraine and the looming threat of World War III. It's all over the news, our favorite social media platforms, and even companies like Grammarly are changing their logos in solidarity. For once, almost everyone has something to say, not just journalists like me. Doink, 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 doink. So I decided to ask students in our dining hall about the war, with mixed results. Although my coercion attempts failed, badly, eventually we did get someone to talk.
I think the Ukrainian people are being very resilient. I think that what Russia's doing is absolutely wrong. This is only based on Vladimir Putin's pure hatred.
So I don't know, I'm kind of like pissed off about the whole thing. I feel like we should get involved, but I feel like we also shouldn't because it's not really technically our problem.
If we do get involved, then we're putting ourselves in harm's way. But then I also feel like we need to do something.
You know, offering aid like that might, no one wants World War III to happen, right?
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Our country is a part of the United Nations, so, we have to fight. We have to go to war when things like this happen. But the gas prices is going up, and my car is not liking the $4 a gallon. It's kind of stressing me out. If we could all have peace in the world, that would be great.
I think it's a little telling how we're currently viewing the refugee situation over there. I think the hyperfixation on Ukrainian refugees when other states are doing just as bad war crimes right now is just a little telling about where Western civilization is focused.
My heart is definitely with the people of Ukraine because I think what Russia's doing is pretty ridiculous. I don't really see a reason for the Russian invasion.
It's really unfortunate what's happening over there, and I just really hope that everything can kind of get settled soon and people can get the help that they need.
Wait, is this like live right now? War never wins. Love always wins at the end of the day. So, short and simple.
It's always interesting to see a student's perspective on global events.
And we'll be right back after these messages from our sponsors.
I'm about to do something that I've never done before. It's gonna be epic. I wanna find out what happens when you strip men out of their modern day technology to fight for their existence. I must find out a way to survive with nothing but my wit. This is not going anywhere. I don't know if you could tell, but it's not working. Where's the freaking fire? It is freaking cold out here. But, oh my God. You know what? I saw a bear back there by the street. I guess I made him mad. I guess that was fun. I'm going back inside.
So what do you want for dinner, son?
I'm not sure what I want. Chef!
Nah, not tonight. Sorry.
Chef. Chef, wait for me! Come on.
Wait for me! Get back here!
Le petit père et le jour, ça commence comme rien. Et le bonheur vient frapper ton corps malade. Quand tu disais, des matins, j'ai la vue.
Chef! Oh, okay. You can have chef for dinner.
Good! I love Chef!
Welcome back to Hawk Time.
Hey, Brandon, did you know that UHart has its own little piece of history right here on campus?
Really? Let's check it out.
Welcome to the University of Hartford. The year is 1971. Feel free to stop by our newly constructed Mark Twain Dining Commons, or maybe even watch the Hartford Hawks compete in their Division II regional final. But please, try not to worry about the Soviets.
To reduce the effectiveness of these weapons, should they ever be used in enemy attack on our nation, a civil defense effort that challenges our ingenuity and resourcefulness is necessary.
Enter the Office of Civil Defense, the public's vanguard against a potential military attack on the United States, nuclear or otherwise. Their responsibility? Educating and supplying citizens in the event the Cold War goes hot. Naturally, this extends to our school systems. In 1962, the basement of UHart's Hillier Hall, then called the General Classroom Building, was evaluated and retrofitted with a fallout shelter by the Department of Defense. It was then stocked with innumerable rations and survival supplies. Supplies that have remained untouched until now. Along with a camera crew, I ventured into the belly of the beast that is Hillier Hall to see how much, if any, of this once great historical site remains. Despite decades of dust and litter, the results were quite satisfying.
Shelters should be adequately stocked with food, water, radiological, medical, and sanitation equipment. The federal government provides this survival support for licensed shelters.
Naturally, my curiosity got the best of me, and I crawled down a tunnel I probably shouldn't have.
It was scary. I realized quickly that no one had been over there in a long time.
Due to dust inhalation, we eventually decided to leave the bunker, but not before grabbing a bite to eat.
So arguably one of the most interesting things about this bunker is the survival ration biscuits, also known as educator biscuits. So these guys were given to the university by the Department of Civil Defense, and inside each box is 2 7-pound tins of just pure biscuit, or maybe 14 pounds. We'll find out, because we are going to be opening one of these and eating it.
Freeing the biscuits from their subterranean tomb was simple enough. Their tin? Not so much.
This is difficult to get into. All right, let's figure it out.
After a prolonged struggle, the metal relented, and we were finally able to feast.
Is it stale?
It's stale. Care to have a square? It's not bad.
There's a weird plasticky taste.
But,
if I was living down in a bunker, I'd eat it though.
It tastes like a really sad Cheez-It.
Get your free copy of Your Family Survival Plan from your county agent or civil defense director.
Wow, that was fantastic.
Yeah, it was, and that's all for this week's episode of Hawk Time. Join us next episode for a new segment called Spicy Stuff. I'm Jonathan Moss.
And I'm Brandon Stimson. Good night.